Hello and welcome all of you to an exciting session on life, education, careers and MBA powered by MBAROI.in. My name is Dr. Kamal Kishore Sharma, Fellow of IIM Ahmedabad and currently Director General at Taxila Business School.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon.
So this is Sakshi Kololi.
Hi Sakshi.
I'm currently in the final year of my engineering and I'm doing mechanical engineering.
Okay.
My question was related to doing MBA from abroad.
Okay.
So what if I want to do my MBA from abroad but then come back to India?
Oh, that's...
What should be my approach or plan, or is it even advisable to do that?
So, I don't know whether you already know. How do you know that you will come back to India? First question to you.
So I want to,
So there are a lot of people when they are in India who have not yet gone abroad, they will have this in mind that yes, I want to come to India. India is my country. All Indians are my, countrymen, fellow brothers and sisters. I have a responsibility towards the country. In my experience of last, I can say 35, 40 years, once you go abroad, these questions cease to be the deciding questions in your mind. New questions take over. So where can I earn my livelihood to return the cost of investment I have put on education is on top. Two is, I now know what is the difference in standard of living in India and the place where I am doing my studies abroad. Why should I get back to a lesser joyous life than a more joyous and free life? And so these questions start taking over. And since you're not bound, there are some companies who might send to you. There are some parents also who might put a condition. If you can't come back, then I will not finance your study abroad. Those are conditions under which some students go out, but my guess is, to decide beforehand that you will come back to India is something that does not appeal much to me. That's one part of it. Now, when you go abroad, there is a cost that you incur. I don't know about your family background. That's a personal question, so I will not ask that. But everything that you spend, even from your parents' money, your parents are your parents by destiny, by God's grace. But their money, after you have reached an age of 20, 21, 22, a professional age, you should look at that money also coming from your parents also as an investment.
Right.
As a loan from your parents. It's a different case that you may not have to return it, but that return always happens in some other form, not necessarily money. Right. So when you consider that money as a loan, even if it comes from parents or banks or financial institutions or support from your current employer, you need to find out ways in which you can earn that money back. So now when you go abroad, let's say the general cost of an MBA in India, if it is 8 lakhs in equivalent, 8 or 10 lakhs, if it is equivalent of money, it will cost you upwards of 25, 30, 40 lakhs to even 1 crore,
Yes.
in the better institutions.
Yes.
Now, when you look at return on that investment, you have to look at what earnings you are having, what taxes you have to give, and what is the repayment period on that money. To me, an education spent in dollars can give you an ROI, an acceptable ROI only if you earn in dollars, or for that matter, euros or Australian dollars or anything that compares to that purchasing power parity of that dollar. If you think of that, you have spent 50 lakhs for an MBA abroad and then coming to India, you will start getting 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs of salaried jobs, then probably you're making wrong calculations, because in India, if you're looking for a job, you are pitted against a person who has done MBA from India at less than one fourth of your cost, and he or she is equally likely to get that job than you. So when you go abroad, your return on investment, mind you, even parents' money should be taken as investment. Your return on investment has to be calculated against the money that you have spent. And hence, a dollar spent on education has to come back in form of a dollar, then only you will get an ROI. Very rarely, once again, this is a matter of probability, but that probability is also just 1 or 2%, that you might get an Indian company which is abroad and trying to find an Indian, and they can place you back in India. Or there could be a foreign company which hires you and places you for its Indian operations. Now, but these kinds of occasional chances are not many, and hence don't sign off on some of the things that will be decided later on, like whether you will return or not, and how will you earn your return on the investment that you are doing on your MBA.
Right, sir. Makes sense. Thank you so much.
Welcome.